What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today we have a very lengthy list of patch notes coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet version 1.2. I've looked over this list briefly so far, and there has never been this amount of transparency from Pokemon, or pretty much any first-party Nintendo game, as far as things that are getting patched in a game. And because of that, it's very refreshing, and it almost looks like I'm reading patch notes from a Bethesda game or an MMO or something like that. Near the end of February 2023, a new software update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will become available for download. Once released, please take a moment to download and install it, connect to the internet. There's no word on how large of an update it's going to be, at all, so that's yet to be seen. How to connect to the internet, and here we go. With this update, we are planning to add features to Pokemon boxes and fix bugs that affect game progress, among other updates. Okay, we will continue to take your feedback very seriously and take measures to improve your gameplay experience. First of all, there's more than a full page about just boxes, and I'm so happy about that, because the boxes needed some love. There's so many features and functions that were introduced in Pokemon Sword and Shield, improved in PLA, I'm ignoring BDSP, and are absent from this game, including my number one thing, which they addressed first. Oh no. They addressed it third, but here we go. From a Pokemon summary, players will be able to change Pokemon's nicknames, markings, held items, and mark or ribbon related titles, as well as being able to reorder moves, have Pokemon remember moves, and have Pokemon forget moves and use TMs. So it sounds like this from a Pokemon summary is all of these things currently exist when viewing a Pokemon summary from the party selection, but not from the box selection. Which, I don't know why that was, but it sounds like that's going to be addressed and fixed. So the functionality that you have for your 6 Pokemon in your party when on the menu is now the same functionality you will have in the boxes, as it should have been from the start. Players will be able to swap out held items by pressing Y in the held items view. Thank bejeebus. Okay, when you're in boxes and you go to held items, Pokemon have items there. You used to be able to just press Y, which is the swap button, and then swap it onto another Pokemon, instead of having to go and then put it in the box and then go to the other Pokemon and then select the item from the bag. It was a whole thing. Now it works like it's supposed to. You just swap it over. Great. I'm really hoping that that's also going to work if you're on the screen of select Pokemon to use for raid battle, because that was such an annoyance that it just didn't work. You would have to have that Pokemon with the held item before you touch the crystal or entered the code. So annoying. Players will be able to select all boxes while moving Pokemon or items in the party and boxes view and held items view. This is my favoritist feature ever from Pokemon. Hang on, let me show you. Okay, not everyone knows about this feature. I remember when A-Drive and I were doing the ultraLOCKE, he didn't know that you could do this. A lot of people don't. But say, for example, this box has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 empty spaces in there, right? I could come into here and I can select 5 Pokemon, go into box list, and drop them in, and they'll place in there. Oh, it was 6, not 5. I can come in here and take these 4, throw them into a brand new box, and they're all gonna line up. That also includes for here's Pokemon in a very strange order. How these are listed right here, I can just come in and drop them in, and then they all go in sequential order. Favoritist feature. So happy that's going to be fixed. When in battle team view, Pokemon in your boxes that are assigned to a battle team will now have their icons displayed in a darker hue if those Pokemon are members of the battle team that is currently being displayed. There you go, a way to tell the difference if you have multiple battle teams ready to go. The news screen will be displayed when you connect to the internet from the main menu, just as when you connected to the internet from the Poke Portal. I mean, I don't need that news screen to pop up all the time, to be honest with you. I was kind of happy with how it was. Bug fixes on Tera raid battles. Ready? You ready for it? A bug that can prevent an opposing Tera Pokemon's HP gauge from properly reflecting damage done by certain moves, like Play Rough, or certain status conditions may occur in Tera raid battles, resulting in Tera Pokemon's HP gauge fluctuating in an unusual manner. This will be fixed. Azumaril's fixed, everyone. Now you can start using it. Wow! I'm so happy that this one bug was the thing preventing everyone from using Azumarill in raids. A bug that caused all Pokemon on your side to faint at once despite their HP gauges, indicating that they still have HP, may occur in Black Crystal Tera raid battles against Pokemon with the mightiest mark. I've experienced that so many times. This will be fixed. Fantastic. A bug that can temporarily prevent a player from entering any input into the game may occur if a Tera Pokemon takes certain actions while the player is choosing the target of their next move. This will be fixed. This occurred when, say for example, one player out of 4 did enough damage to initiate or destroy the shield. If the Pokemon had additional moves that were programmed to initiate after that shield action occurred, then no one could just input anything and there was just a wait for it. But it was really weird that sometimes it would be after you selected a move, and sometimes it would be you are about to select a target. So it sounds like that's just going to be streamlined, optimized, and fixed. A bug that caused a communication error may occur when someone is connecting to a Tera raid battle, sees a different Pokemon displayed on their screen than what the host sees. I've never experienced that one. A bug may occur that causes players joining a Tera raid battle from the Tera raid battle search screen to be brought to a Tera raid battle against a Pokemon different from the one that they saw displayed. This will be fixed. I don't join a lot of random ones, so maybe that's why I didn't see that happen, or if I try to join them, it just doesn't work. A bug that caused Tera raid battle crystals to not appear for a set amount of time may occur under certain circumstances. This will be fixed. Are they gonna have collision now? Are the crystals gonna have collision? That'd be nice. Battles. Type matchups against Pokemon that have fainted will no longer appear when selecting a move or target during double battles. Nice. Apparently there was a lot of issues about Zoroark and it not showing up properly as far as like type matchup and stuff. So Zoroark that is terastallized and is disguised as another Pokemon via its illusion ability can be identified as Zoroark by using the check target option. This is going to be fixed. Also, when it terastallizes and is disguised, the type matchups of moves are displayed based on the type of the Pokemon that Zoroark has disguised as, rather than its Tera type. This will be fixed. I didn't realize that was preventing Zoroark from being viable. Oh, you ready? People have been using Order Up in a certain way that was not intended at all. The stats of a Dodonzo with a Tatsugiri in its mouth will increase when Dodonzo uses Order Up even when the move should have been negated, for example by Protect. This is a bug. Order Up shouldn't give you that boost every time Order Up is displayed. It's only once it makes contact and does damage, like most moves that do that exact thing. So, looks like that's gonna be fixed. Nice. If a Pokemon terastallizes after using Destiny Bond and then faints, the effects of Destiny Bond will fail to activate. I don't know why anyone would do that, and I didn't know that was a thing. But apparently that's fixed too. Nice. More stuff. We will address an issue that could cause the game to forcibly close at certain locations. As a result of this, there may be a reduction of Pokemon and people displayed in certain towns or in the wild. That's interesting. Are they no longer going to allow 15 Pokemon to be on the screen at all times? Or are they just reducing the spawners at very busy locations, like the lake at the top left? When a Pokemon that is not part of the Paldea Dex is obtained through a link trade, it is displayed as being registered to the Paldea Pokedex. This is a bug and will be fixed. The only Pokemon I got that were not part of the Paldea Pokedex, I got myself, and those were the mightiest marks. I wonder if it's also gonna fix that weird bug that after you hatch an egg, there's like that half a second that a Pokedex page pops up. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. Certain actions that cause the main character's expression to not change until the game is closed and reopened, this will be fixed. Oh, I guess that's when you use the emote things that I don't use. A bug occurred for some players after Ranked Battle Season 1, wherein visiting the Ranked Battle screen immediately after the session's result has been calculated caused a communication error right after these players received their rewards. Following this error, players were unable to participate in any further ranked battles. Well, that sounds like a major problem, and that sounds really good that it's fixed. If a player has created several battle teams but does not use the battle team in the first slot for the ranked battles, they may not receive the Master Rank ribbon after winning ranked battles in the Master Ball tier. Alright, when a Pokemon you caught comes back to you from another player through Link Trade, it may not listen to your commands in accordance with what is written on the profile app. Oh! I thought this was a feature! This is a bug! Okay, so if I have two switches and I start a second game and I get my starter, and then I trade it to another game, and then I get it to level 100 and I trade it back, it won't listen to me. I thought that's because it gained experience outside of my ownership, but no, that isn't how it's supposed to work. You are supposed to be able to power level it with a second game and get it back, and then just play. So they fixed that. That's gonna help anyone who's doing subsequent playthroughs of the game. A bug is preventing the Pokédex from displaying additional entries, such as entries for shiny Pokemon or Pokemon that received through surprise trade from players that play in different language. For Pokemon species that were already registered in the Pokédex, this will be fixed. Cool. Objects such as Pokeballs may be displayed in certain locations of the field unintentionally. This will be fixed. Why were they there? I'm pretty sure they were cutscene anchors for where the model's supposed to come from, like the caves for the Herba Mystica the 5 times. Passerby will no longer be displayed during certain battles that take place in towns during the main story. Oh, there is one battle that takes place in a major town at the very end of the game. Huh. Other select bug fixes will be implemented. Okay, now are you ready? You're ready for this, right? There's more that they're intentionally holding back from telling us. We are planning further features and bug fixes not listed in these patch notes. Please check back here for full details when the update data is distributed. So, Pokemon Day is in 10 days. We are going to have a Pokemon Presents. They are going to release this patch probably soon as that Pokemon Presents is done. This sounds just like the same situation that we had for January of 2020 when they did the announcement for the DLC for Sword and Shield, in which the Galarian Slowpoke was going to be available at the train station. It sounds like this is that sort of same oh, there he is right there. It sounds like this is the same sort of situation about that. There's more stuff. There's more stuff that they're intentionally holding back because it's going to be revealed in a big presentation within the next 10 days. This is a 16-minute recording. Granted, I just woke up and I mispronounced some things, so it's going to be cleaned up, but these are real patch notes, guys. This isn't me having to do patch notes from a data mine. These are things that should have been in the game from the start, like the boxes feature, the whole trading back a Pokemon and it not listening to you. Why weren't those things in there? The game wasn't ready to ship. And then some are like actual bugs, like the whole Zoroark Terastallized thing. Like that's such a niche thing, and the Destiny Bond Terastallized not working. Like who's actually gonna do that? This is good. I mean, I would like it if, you know, they would be like every other video game company and be like, hey, here's some hot fixes for some stuff that we could fix in about 2 minutes. Instead, we had to wait till 3 months after launch to fix how boxes work. So it sounds like they were just waiting to roll it all into this pre-DLC patch. This is a long thing. All right, I've talked long enough. Can't wait for this Pokemon Presents, scheduled for end of February 2023, and version 1.2, which has so many fixes that should have been in from the start. I'm happy it's happening now. Better late than never. Guys, I want to know your thoughts down below. Leave them. Thank you so much for being here. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. You may consider subscribing and turning on notifications, or don't. I don't pass judgment either way. Thank you for being here. Until next time, Austin Chan out.
Man, they see me shining like I got the charm. Stay strapped, got that jet ball in my palm. Felt from the sky, guess I'm the chosen one. And if you need to know how, check out Austin John. Champion flow, flow, yeah. I got that champion flow, flow.